It's really interesting thinking about what's happened over the past couple of days because we were told that Grand Theft Auto 6 was going to destroy Star Fox. We were told that the pre-orders for Grand Theft Auto 6 was somehow going to be so huge, so all-encompassing that nobody would be talking about or excited for Star Fox. Okay, we were told that GTA 6 going live on June 25th was somehow going to undermine Star Fox, undermine the Switch 2, and completely ruin Nintendo. And spoiler alert, that did not happen. What we have seen is actually the complete opposite. In that Star Fox has succeeded, it is popular, everyone's hyped for it, everyone's into this game, while Grand Theft Auto 6 has already been hit with its first blow, the price point. Like, the simple fact of the matter is, Grand Theft Auto 6 is being sold at $100 while Star Fox is being sold at $50. And the difference in this is kind of striking, especially when you have people like Darkside Phil coming out and trying to argue that Star Fox is actually secretly overpriced because, like, oh no, the game, it's only 5 hours long. Like, bro, I've been playing Star Fox 64 for 30 years, okay? People are going to put time into this game. Like, the entire concept that this is going to disappoint people or be underwhelming or not live up to expectations or be a step down from what we've seen in the past, like, it's just a gigantic cope. And we just don't seem to see enough of that. Like, we don't see enough people acknowledging that Grand Theft Auto 6 has already failed. Like, it's not going to compete with Star Fox. It's not going to compete with Splatoon Raiders. It's not going to compete with Ocarina of Time Remake. Like, the simple fact of the matter is Nintendo is able to produce bigger and better games than Grand Theft Auto and actually get them out within a reasonable time frame. It's just crazy how the entire gaming industry is trying to demonize everything Nintendo is doing, you know, attacking Mario Tennis, attacking Pokopia, attacking Tomodachi Life, attacking Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, attacking Star Fox. All the while they glaze Grand Theft Auto and do everything they possibly can to act as if, like, Star Fox is some massive disappointment. It's very interesting to kind of see, like, the lengths some people are going to act as if this game isn't successful. Like, for example, you know, we're seeing a lot of the same people who downplayed Zero come out and try to say that, like, well, Star Fox, you beat the game once and that's it. Like, it has 5 hours worth of content. Like, it's like they don't understand how this game actually works. They don't understand the appeal of it. They don't understand the replay value of it. Like, they don't understand that what they're, they don't understand that, like, what they're doing is wrong, essentially. Like, they really don't seem to understand that Star Fox is a very specific kind of game that is meant to be played in a very specific way. Beating it once, even on the true ending, does not mean you have beaten Star Fox 64, okay? And this is very apparent to anyone who spent any amount of time with the game at all, but for a lot of casuals, they really are trying to push this narrative that this is something you can beat in, like, 5 hours. This is something you can, like, play once and then put down forever, which is something that no actual fan would ever say or believe. It's just one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen in my life. And you're already seeing people come out and try and argue that, like, oh man, the online's going to be dead in a couple of days, as if we don't have examples of other Nintendo games that supposedly had dead onlines, you know, continuing to thrive and succeed. You know, I remember being told that, like, Mario Tennis had dead online, and that's not true. I remember being told that, like, Mario Kart World had a dying online. Like, again, people are criticizing games for things that, like, haven't really happened yet, or for selling people something that they said they were going to sell you, right? Because I've seen a lot of people come out and complain about this being a remake. You know, because, like, you know, I was watching DSP's video, and he tried to come out and be like, oh man, I thought they were going to have new levels. I thought it was going to be completely different. And I'm just like, What are you talking about? They were very, very upfront about this being a remake of Star Fox 64. And if you were an actual fan, you would have been able to tell that just by watching the trailer and watching the direct. Like, the simple fact of the matter is, like, the people complaining about this game don't know anything about Star Fox and are desperately looking for anything they can possibly do to downplay Nintendo and, like, disrespect the Switch 2. Like, that's just the reality of it. That's what we've been seeing for the past several years. Is that, like, for the past year, is that, like, everybody just keeps writing off every major Nintendo first party title while they do gangbusters and become extremely popular. You know, we're seeing Princess Peach Showtime, like, have a burst of popularity. We saw Super Mario Bros. Wonder have that burst of relevancy. You know, you have, like, Tears of the Kingdom, which is getting more and more popular every year. Like, every single game that these people try to downplay, it just leads into complete disaster. Okay? Like, over time, more and more people, like, play these games and realize they're very, very good. So, what I want to know is, like, why exactly are they so determined to act as if Star Fox isn't a huge hit? Like, why are we seeing so many people act like this game's, like, quality is in question, or that, like, saying that it's disappointing, or that they did something, or that, like, Nintendo underwhelmed people? Like, what exactly were you expecting out of this release is what I want to know. And, like, the simple fact of the matter is, I think this is, like, the reality of it is, most YouTubers are not going to be able to make money off of this product. I think that's what it comes down to, is that most YouTubers thrive off of controversy. They thrive off of grifting. They thrive off of doing whatever. They do whatever they possibly can to keep the narrative towards Nintendo negative, and so they have to downplay everything that comes out. They have to downplay Tamagotchi. They have to downplay Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. They have to downplay Star Fox. They're going to downplay Splatoon Raiders. And, like, it's just very interesting to see, like, how all of, like, the very negative predictions about this game have just completely blown up. And I think this is going to be a very strong indication of where the Switch 2 is going to go from here, because these people aren't complaining, they're not done complaining about the Switch 2 as a whole, right? But I do think this marks the turning point where this universally beloved game has come out, won a lot of people over, and it's going to be very, very difficult to gaslight people into thinking the Switch 2 has no games. Like, that's something that people just aren't going to be able to get away with anymore, and that's only going to become more evident, you know, in the next couple of weeks. So when Rhythm Heaven comes out, when Splatoon Raiders comes out, when Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave comes out, like, there just isn't denying the fact that Nintendo has beaten Grand Theft Auto 6.